I think it'd be kind of nice. Oh yeah, I was supposed to go here because I couldn't make that earlier. Like, not forever, but I mean, like, you know, for, like, if you could just get away from one day, you know? This would be nice.
A wonderful sight.
Exactly.
The moon cresting the junction between the cliff path and the stone circle. It cast a shadow of the ridge across the beach, all the world as if you had signed your name in untidy handwriting.
Exactly. Exactly. That'd be nice. Watch as I get further in the game and it like gets like more dynamic or something like that. Just starts to get really, I don't know, just bad looking, I guess. Yes.
When someone had died or was dying, or was so ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice, they cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath.
Oh.
You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boat, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection. Wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this. To keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
Interesting. I was getting ready to ask the chat, either left or right, but there is no chat. We're doing a Let's Play. I guess it doesn't matter because there's no dividing line.
I quote directly, a motley lot with little to recommend them. I have now spent 3 days in their company. That is, I fear, enough for any man not born amongst them. Despite their tedious inclination to quote scripture, they seem to me the most God-forsaken of all the inhabitants of the Outer Isles. Indeed, in this case, the very gravity of that term, forsaken by God, seems to find its very apex. It appears to me that Donnelly, too, found those who wander this shoreline to be adrift from any chance of redemption. Did he include himself in that, I wonder?
So far it just seems like he's just giving random storylines. It's just hard for me to figure out what he's trying to say. If I'm capturing it right, he's stuck on this island. And it seems like other people have been before, but they haven't been able to get off. That's what it sounds like. Maybe he got shipwrecked here. And there's a ship right there. I don't know if that's his or...
Dear Esther, I met Paul. I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life.
Very interesting. What's that? It's a radio or something? I heard something.
This hermit, this seer, this distant historian of bones and old bread, where did he vanish to? Why, asked the farmers, why, asked Jacobson, why bother with your visions at all, if you're just to throw your arms up at the cliff and let it close in behind you and seal you into the belly of the island, a museum shut to all but the most devoted?
Wow. That was the same one in the house. And obviously it was done with paint. But who would paint these? Kinda looks like DNA or something. Ew. Looks like a tree. That's the house I started at. Beautiful soundtrack. I need to see if there's a soundtrack. Seriously. Maybe it's free right now or something, because I don't see it on Steam. Like anything promoted on Steam. That's good. That's good. It, if you don't know, I'm writing a fanfic. Alright, I've talked about fanfics earlier, but I'm actually writing a fanfic. It's gonna be about, I guess there's just a little sneak preview of people who watch the stream, or this.
I've become convinced I'm not alone here, even though I'm equally sure it is simply a delusion brought upon by circumstance. I do not, for instance, remember where I found the candles, or why I took it upon myself to light such a strange pathway. Perhaps it is only for those who are bound to follow.
Okay, that's a very interesting thing to say, because it kind of goes along with the story that I'm writing. Kind of weird timing. But I'm writing a story about a guy who he believes that ponies are real. He believes that, like Twilight and Princess Celestia, he believes they're real, like in the real life. And he wonders to himself, like, why would all bad things happen? You know, why would these happen? And like, they have to be real. Because you know, like, Equestria is a place of happiness and peace and hope, and he wants that in his life. He wants, you know, he wants to have a good life, basically. And it's still in the works. I'm still working on it, but it's gonna be a sad adventure. And man, I could tie this scenery into the story, because you know, there's a lot of deep thought into the story. I would like to think there is, but yeah, it's still in work. I just got done with chapter 2, and it's just that, man, the scenery, like, this is like the scenery, and like these are like the sounds I want in the story. Okay, let's continue. What's this? Chemistry? That stinks. And that looks like a, I want to say it's a Bible, but maybe like a Catholic something. And there's more weird paintings. Very peaceful. I wonder if there's really a place like this, just like isolated from everybody else, and you know, somebody could just walk through it. And I guess we wouldn't know if there was, because then as soon as it would, if a place like this were to be known, it would be a tourist trap. I'm sure they'll build something over it. Well, maybe not. Maybe they'll turn it into a park. It'd be nice to... This is a very relaxing game.
Dear Esther, I have now driven the stretch of the M5 between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my ordnance survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome brake services. But although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
Wow. It just goes with my fanfic so well. It's just like, I know it's a completely different story, but it just... I can just see it being used in it. Ships up here. Maybe other people crashed into the island. Maybe there's more survivors. But the question is, how did this guy get here? Like, how did he get here? And who's Esther? It seems like Esther's some sort of lost love or something like that. And obviously he's saying Dear Esther, so he's writing letters to her. But what happened to her then? Man. Good tunes. There's a song I want to recommend to all bronies. It's well, actually there's a couple of songs, and I recently heard them. They're both very well done, and they kind of have this same atmosphere to this game. Like, it's very calming and, like, thought-provoking possibly, and maybe, it touches your heart or something like that. But there's two of them. One of them's called I Tried. I'm not sure who wrote it, but I definitely want to recommend it. It's very touching, I guess. Almost sad. Another one is made by one of my friends.
There must be a hole in the bottom of the boat. How else could new hermits have arrived?
Oh yeah, there's a hole right there. But the other song is called, by one of my friends, called Heaven Called Equestria. And that's very, what's this? That's a very good song too. I kinda wanna go up here, looks like. Okay, there's the... Okay, I'm gonna swim. I'm gonna try and swim to it, but I don't know how that's gonna happen. I don't know how this is gonna work out. I don't want to drown. But can you die in this? No, I can't. I can't even go down. Maybe if I go here. There we go. Maybe. Maybe not. Nope. Wait, wasn't it just trying this? Yeah, it's not gonna let me through. What's this? White? No? Anchor, maybe? If I could crouch, I could go under. I didn't check all the way over here. What's that noise? Just rocks. Oh. Maybe I don't even go down there. Maybe I just continue along this path. So yeah, so far, it's a pretty good game. It's my kind of game. I like relaxing things. I like calming things, peaceful, almost sad. I like sad things. But this is not the game.
I've begun to wonder if Donnelly's voyage here was as prosaic